Hi, and welcome back to the podcast, the JDLC, Judith Daniel Life Coach podcast, where I give tips, advice, perspective, inspiration, and motivation to start your journey. So today we are going to be at episode 11, strategies for stress reduction. And I just kind of like to touch the tip of the iceberg with these, and we're going to go over a few different things that I've noticed that helped me. And we are going to talk about it. And then, anytime you have, if you're listening to this, you have something that you want to say to a point, go ahead and put it in the comments. I'm open to having that open dialogue. And if you want to know information about what I have to offer and what's going on right now, you can always go to the website, judithdaniellc.com, and see everything I got going on. You can even skim through there while you're listening to this. 15 minutes for both. Everything's out the way. But my podcasts are made to, hear in the background while you're actually doing something to keep your mind busy, let you think while you're, maybe doing something you don't like to do. But hopefully these things help. And again, I only give you what I've done for me. So here we go. Stress is inevitable, but suffering doesn't have to be. Learning to manage stress effectively transform how you think, feel, and show up in your life. And when you're calm, your confidence grows because you operate from clarity instead of chaos. You make better choices, communicate more effectively, and recover from challenges faster. Managing stress isn't about escaping pressure. It's about mastering your inner state so you can face life's demands with strength. Oh my goodness. You have more peace and purpose. So, clear mind builds an unshakable mentality. So, some strategies for that. Practicing deep, intentional breathing. So, this one I've noticed is often overlooked because it's something we do without thinking about it. But breathing to live and sitting and meditating doing a deep breathing are two completely different things. When you're not thinking about it, you're taking in as much air as it needs for you not to die. Right? And when you're deep breathing, you're clearing your mind. You're opening your chest cavities a little bit if you're taking that big enough deep breath. And then you're letting it go intentionally. Being in control of it and breathing out, depending on what or how you meditate, whatever you're thinking about, getting it out of your head when you're breathing out and breathing in the newness. You know what I mean? And taking that deep breath intentionally. It does wonders for your mood. It relaxes your shoulders. If you're in a tense moment and your shoulders kind of get, shrug up and close to your body, right? Relax all that. And you can even breathe and relax each part of your body. So I don't do the public hypnosis yet, but when I'm trying to relax and get my patient during that, not patient, but my client during the induction and trying to get them to a relaxed state so that they can receive, right? Because, hypnosis, everything is self-hypnosis. If they want to go in as deep as they want to go, they can go. If they don't, they don't. So me relaxing them opens them up to the possibility of going even deeper. And with each breath you take, you can calm a different piece of your body. And you can work your way from your head down to your feet with intentional moments. And then the next thing you know, when you take that deep breath after you've done all that, you're in a much more relaxed state. Your body, you can feel the difference of the pressure or possibly pain or strain that was there a minute ago. It's not there anymore. So, deep breaths. And you can look that up and find those things, how to do that anywhere. But it helps. Engaging in daily movement. Exercise releases endorphins. I know you heard that before, So the body's natural stress reliever is moving. Even a short walk, you can shift your mood greatly and clear mental fog. Why? Because that blood is flowing. That blood is flowing. It's moving around. It's getting where it needs to be. And you know how, I don't know if you've heard it before, but they say like the calves are the second heart. Even doing leg lifts where you go from flat-footedness to standing on your tippy toes and then going flat again and maybe doing that 15 times or so gets the blood pumping. So even if you can't get out to walk, or even if you can't do something for a very long time, for whatever reason, most of the time my excuse is because I get bored. Do those and get that blood moving. If you're sitting down all day at a desk, you work an office job, stand up right at your desk, take maybe 5 minutes and just do some leg lifts. Go to your tippy toes, go back flat-footed. Go to your tippy toes, go back flat-footed, and then see how you feel once that blood starts pumping. It does something to you, and you haven't exhausted yourself. You're going to feel it, but it's a good feeling. You know what I mean? Another thing to help with stress is setting clear boundaries. Protect your time and your energy. Say no when you need to. It is not selfish. It's self-respect and a key to maintaining inner balance. And a lot of people think, well, I can't say no because I'm being mean. Or I can't say no because they expect me to da 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 da. No. How do you feel at that moment? Did something change and now you need to? Your mood can change, and the thing that you were going to do before, you may not want to do anymore. It's okay. Now, I'm not saying be flaky, but what I'm saying is when you need that time, when you need to not say yes, don't say yes, because then you're going to feel bad about it later. And the next thing you're going to do, you're going to talk bad about the person that you said yes to when you wanted to say no to. Or you're going to start talking bad about yourself. And then we're back down to square one with the stress. So you keep it pure, you keep it honest, you keep it with integrity, and you do what you need to do for you. Another thing is to use mindfulness to stay present. Stress often lives in the past or the future. Mindfulness anchors you in the now, where peace and clarity exist. So we're not looking forward to, oh goodness, this is gonna, when I get off work, then da 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 da, right? Or yesterday was so bad, oh my goodness, when I was in that room, da 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 da, right? No, don't focus on the future or the past, focus on your right now. What's going on right now? Have emotions for your right now. How do you feel right now? Do you feel good? But then when you start thinking about something that's adverse, now you start feeling bad? Well, let's try to limit those adverse thoughts first. Secondly, let's start coming up with solutions to those adverse thoughts. Maybe it's bills. Maybe it's not having enough when it's due. Okay, so let's strategize what we're going to do. And we're going to have communication with someone in order to let them know what's going on. Right? And then the other person is going to feel good because they're like, oh, wow, thanks for telling me. Okay, that sounds good because you have a plan in mind and a solution. So then it takes the burden off of you holding it all into yourself and trying to be in secret or shaken or, whatever it is because you don't have it. Be honest, have integrity. Speak up when you need to speak up. That helps to relieve the stress, staying in the moment. And whatever needs to be done, get those chips off your shoulders and do them. Right? Because sometimes our pride can stress us out. Because now we're wondering, what are other people going to think about me? No, you got to quiet that noise too. So, with doing that, and if you make it to level 10 when you didn't really mean to go there, another good thing is to be able to create a calm down routine. Have go-to tools, maybe soothing music, stretching, journaling, aromatherapy, again, back to that walk and getting moving, and to quickly regulate your mood when stress spikes. And learn how to receive information. So if someone is giving you news and you're like, oh my goodness, I'm going to start freaking out any minute because this is not good news, learn how to be in the moment and sit and wait and listen. And then take a second to process it. And take deep breaths while you're listening if it is that bad, so that you can already be in a calm down state. And then talk and give your response. And it'll feel much better to you coming out than when you're up in arms. Another thing I want you to do, because I was a part of Team No Sleep, is to prioritize sleep and rest. A lack of rest amplifies stress. Create a consistent sleep schedule and nighttime ritual to help your mind fully recharge. I wanted to say that slow on purpose. Why? Because we need our minds to be good. And how can it be good when it doesn't have everything it needs? We are working this thing 24/7. And if it stops, we are in a little bit of trouble. So you take those times to take those breaks. Why? Because you're preserving your functionality. You're assisting with the renewal process. Take time for your mind. Take time for your body. Give it time to rest, or you'll burn it out. And then when it comes to maybe being with other people, connect with supportive people. Talking with trusted friends, or a mentor, or someone who helps release emotional tension and brings fresh perspective to stressful situations. You don't want to have a trauma party with someone. You don't want to, oh, my day was this. Oh, my day was even worse. Oh, my day was so bad. And da, 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 da. Oh, mine was even worse than that. And da, da, da. Like nobody is ever on the up and up. Because you need those people to help you to elevate sometimes when your mood is down. And then you need to be that person when their mood is down. But if everybody is just sitting in the dumps and they don't got nothing good to say, what in the world? No, you have to have a go-to of supportive people. Of when, you know what, I'm not feeling myself. I'm on the edge. And I just need a little bit of help, a little bit of positivity, a little bit of encouragement to kind of get to this next step. Not even a level, just the step. And practicing gratitude daily shifts focus from what's wrong to what's right. Even in chaos, acknowledging blessings brings grounding and calming. And then reframing also comes in with that. So if you're thinking about something and it's, okay, my car ran out of gas and I had to walk a couple blocks to, fill up the thing and then put it in the car, and then I was able to go on my way. Another way to reframe that. Oh, I'm so glad that when I ran out of gas, the gas station was only about a block or two away. And I got over there wasn't a big line. I was able to fill it up real quick and get back to the car and get going. Whew, I'm glad it didn't break down where I had to walk even further. Right? Find the positive in what you had to go through. And there's always a positive. There's always something, a double-edged sword, mind you. And I talk about that a lot. But there's always something that comes good, even if it's bad. Right? And I'm an NLP practitioner, right? Or a neuro-linguistic programming practitioner. And the one thing that always stood out to me, and that I like to tell people, is that even if somebody does something bad, the intention of it was good. They were trying to relieve some sort of something in them, or to gain something that they may not have had, but that they either wanted or needed. So, for example, a guy puts on a mask, goes robs a store, gets away with it, right? Now, we could see that, oh my goodness, he shouldn't be robbing a store. That is the most unforgivable thing, somebody could have got hurt, blah, 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 right? In that person's mind, and I'm just going to make up a scenario of what may have been in there, I need food for my children. I have been working overtime all week so that we can have a roof over our heads, and I have to get them something to eat or we are going to be in big trouble. And the food pantry is closed, so I can't get there. Everyone I ask for help says no. I have to find a way. And that is the thought that they come up with. Now, their intention, what they needed it for, was good. The action they took to receive it was not. So in that, and when I'm talking about reframing, we have to realize that the reason people do that is to gain something good, or to have a good outcome, or to do something, possibly to stop someone from bullying them. I am going to beat them up so that I can have peace of mind. But it's like sometimes we don't realize that the way we go about it could cause more problems, and we're not thinking that far ahead. So always remember to engage in activities that nurture your spirit, that let your positive thought of what you would like to receive have positive actions with it. Try someone else one more time. Try going to a grocery store and seeing if they have anything that they're giving away. Try calling 211 or 411 or whatever your local number is, because they might have options that you didn't know about before you go to the extremes of doing something that you'll regret, because that helps keep stress away. And during these times, everybody is stressed. So it's understandable when people do certain things, but if we can think about it and we can take deep breaths and we can reframe and kind of think about the situations, let's make the best decisions for ourselves. And that helps keep the stress away. Taking a moment to sit back with yourself. And that's okay. And the world is not going to fall apart because you took 5 minutes to yourself. All right. So I hope that helps. I hope this is a little good bit of information, and I enjoyed it because I like to remind myself too. But again, any information you need to know, everything is right there on the website, judithdaniellc.com. Make sure to check out the layered affirmations. They are up and they are free. So why not improve yourself in the best way that you would like to? Coming out now are the ones that are geared more towards the workplace and your profession and your career. The ones that have been out are geared towards manifesting that mindset or elevating you and rebuilding yourself. So, any questions, or you would like your own layered affirmation, go ahead over to the website, Judith Daniel LC, and ask me anything you need to ask. All right, till next time, deuces.